How are we doing, guys? What is going on? Welcome to the Geekend. My name is Twisty Shape, and if we haven't met yet, that is a damn shame. And joining me today, we have two awesome people. The first one is Direwood. How you doing, Direwood?
Greetings, everybody. I'm doing absolutely brilliantly today.
Good stuff, good stuff. And the second one is LolaSunnybutter. How you doing, Lola?
Hey, I'm good.
Good stuff, good stuff. So the first thing I want to ask everybody, including the viewers and you guys, is how is our audio levels? Are we chatting comfortably, or are we noisy? Are we quiet? What's going on? Are we good?
Maybe turn the music down a little bit.
Turn the music down a little bit. I'll do that. How's that? We good?
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, perfect. You're supposed to still be able to hear the music in the background, pork chop. That's the idea of background music. Anyway, guys, we are here today, gathered here today, to talk about the one, the holy E3. Guys, since you were here, have you guys watched all of E3, I'm guessing?
Majority of it, yeah.
Majority of it? What about you, Lana?
Yeah, watched a lot of it. Kind of switched off of PC, but other than that, yeah, watched a lot of it and read a lot.
Cool. So, just before we get started on doing a rundown of what was going on and what we were chatting about and what was actually shown off at E3, Darwin, have you got any highs or low points about E3? What was your number one high point? What was your number one low point?
Number one high point, number one low point. The high point's a bit difficult to pin down. Probably Anthem, because I was really anticipating that game.
Yeah, it's a good shout.
I was really nervous because before E3 we didn't know anything about the game, but then they decided to drop a bombshell on us and show us pretty much what the game's going to be about, and that triggered my hype, so to say.
Good stuff. What about your low point though? What did you hate? What made you a little bit angry? Have to turn the TV off, maybe.
Death of a franchise. Command and Conquer Mobile. No.
I must admit that. Command & Conquer fucking mobile?
Yep. Command and Conquer Mobile.
That's fucking painful, bro.
I miss Westwood. I grew up with the Command and Conquer games. I absolutely adore them.
Yeah.
And like, it's sad. It brought me to tears.
That sucks. Okay. But fair enough. That's your highs and your lows. What about you, Lola? What was your high and low of E3?
So many highs. Fallout 76 has got to be up there.
Yeah.
It looks brilliant, but like for me, it's Mario Party. I am a massive Mario Party fan,
So-
for that coming, it's amazing.
So I am not a big Nintendo fan. Never have been, never will be. But after seeing that, I'm kind of like, look, I've kind of watched Mario Party and watched like Mario at the new Smash Bros. I'm like, gonna have to get away. Like there's quite a few things coming out which genuinely look really cool. I'm really sort of happy with a lot of the stuff that we saw popping up. Like a lot of people are like, oh yeah, but it's stuff we already knew. And it's like, yeah, but that's the beauty of it. Like you kind of know it's coming, and it's kind of like a gift at Christmas. Like you know what's inside the box. Like you've got a pretty solid idea, but now you get to unwrap it and you get to see what's actually going on. So without further ado, we're gonna have a bit of a dig into E3 and the whole encompassing mass that it was. The way that we're going to do this is pretty simple. On the video box down there, we're going to play a selection of E3 trailers. They have nothing to do with the particular order of which we're talking about. It is to give you guys just some eye candy of the stuff you missed if you didn't catch E3. Then, with my panelists here, we're going to go through each and every one of the press conferences. We're not going to go for it by game, because that'll take us all fucking night, and yeah, no one's got that amount of patience, especially not me. So we're going to go through the main pointers, and then we're going to tick off a few of the smaller games, especially when it comes to the PC conference. We're also going to be talking to the conferences as a whole, because like some people fucking loved some of them. Other people thought Andrew WKD was like the most cringeworthy thing in gaming history, which I don't get, but whatever. Some people just weren't big fans. So without further ado, I'm going to start the video so you guys get to see some beautiful trailers They are brought to us by IGN. This is an IGN video. It is not one made by myself. Full disclosure on that one. Do make sure to swing by YouTube IGN for more information and in-depth looks into some of the games that were shown off at the giveaway. But otherwise, yeah. We're going to have a quick look at... so the first one, which was the Electronic Arts press conference, which happened on the June the 9th, this Saturday. What were you guys' opinions about the EA one, the first one?
To be fair, the one that I was really excited about of everything was Unravel 2. That looks amazing.
So out of all the games that they brought to E3, the only game that got you actually excited was the indie game. Yeah,
that was I'm not a big war game fan, so yeah, Battlefield 5 looks amazing, but it's not my kind of game. And yeah, I mean, like, Unravel 2 was just the highlight just for me.
Fair. What about you, Doug?
Well, I already said Anthem is that was like the highlight for me from Electronic Arts. But I am a big fan of the Battlefield series as well. I've played all of them to date, and I'm liking what they're doing, but I'm cautious because there's so many things that they're changing that are different to the norm of the game.
Yeah, there's quite a lot going on with the whole Battlefield series. We're seeing like a lot of changes to it, which some people are seeing as a positive change because they are varied and they are wide. Some people are kind of a bit like, oh shit. So it's kind of a mixed bag. A lot of people thought that EA came out with the fucking worst conference going. I actually thought they were pretty good. I thought as a conference as a whole, they weren't too bad. They showed off, obviously, their big titles. So we saw the FIFA 19. Everyone knows exactly what fucking FIFA is. It's a football game. It's exactly the same as the last one. It looked a little bit better. Apparently, there's probably some new system, I imagine, for. The stream has been live for approximately 17 minutes so far. So yeah, FIFA 19 poaches Champions League license from Rivals and PES Soccer, if you know what that is. So it's the first time you're going to be seeing Champion League in the cameras are froze. 2 seconds, guys.
Oh yeah, so they are.
That's weird. Is Discord shut down? They moving now? Yeah, we're back. Cool. That was very weird. I don't get why they froze that.
That was very weird, yeah.
That was definitely not me. That was a Discord cock on that one. So the first one that we're seeing, as I say, is the first time we're going to be seeing the Champions League properly in FIFA, which is awesome. So if you are a FIFA fan, you've got that to look forward to. Personally, not a FIFA fan. What about you, T? Do you like FIFA? Like any of the sports games?
No.
No?
Nah, not that much, to be honest.
No? Right, fair enough.
Never been to that much into the whole sports games.
Everyone knows EA are big for their sports games, the whole EA Live, it's in the game. So we're getting the same Madden drops, we're getting the NBA Live drop, we're getting FIFA drop. There's some new kit coming out for Star Wars Battlefront 2. A lot of people are hoping that EA have learnt their lesson from the fuck whatever it was that plagued them last year and this year. EA they took some flack the past 12 months or so. They have had the shit kicked out of them in every form of media.
They got absolutely and utterly burnt by the community and by Disney.
What's happening, Katie?
Of all of the people to get burnt by Disney.
Yeah,
that is the worst possible thing that they could have done.
Yeah, they had the Star Wars license threatened. They had because of them, a lot of laws and everything were passed about loot boxes, and it has become a big thing now in countries and laws and stuff like that. That we are going to start seeing stuff to actually restrict loot boxes and stuff like that. And sorry, go on.
Professor Weird said. A good point that I've forgot completely. New Star Wars game, Jedi Fallen Order.
So yeah, we're going to be getting to that once we get to the end. We're going to tick off the big stuff to begin with. Obviously, if you guys weren't aware, some of the big shit that hit the fan was Star Wars Jedi stuff. Star Wars Battlefront you basically could pay to level up and get better weapons and stuff. EA kind of shat the bed on that one. There was kind of a lot of drama about that. They were destroyed by a lot of big names throughout the media. Brought far too much attention that needed to be drawn in the limelight of just brought a large bit of limelight on themselves from like massive social media stars who started trying to shut them down because of a lot of fucking shit they'd done. So a lot of people are massively nervous, and unfortunately they hold three of the biggest franchises that we will probably see coming pretty soon. Because obviously we do have the new Star Wars game, which is Star Wars The Jedi Fallen Order. That's brought to us by Respawn Entertainment. If you guys have seen Respawn before, have not seen them before, they brought to us the delightful delightful mech game Titanfall and Titanfall 2. Fantastic game. If you like movement in your games, check that bad boy out. They are also holding the reins for Battlefield 5, which, as Lola says, she's not a big fan of, but I personally am. Can't fucking wait to pop some heads. Two big things we confirmed about it. There was a big new trailer about it. Definitely check that out. But I can confirm Battlefield 5 will be having Battle Royale.
It will.
It will actually be having Battle Royale. What are your two opinions on that?
There's no loot boxes, which I thought was a good shout.
So there is something on that which I'll let Direwood add.
Like, I don't think Battle Royale. I understand the hype behind Battle Royale games. It's the trend in the the gaming world right now. But like, Battlefield doesn't need it. Like, it doesn't suit the entire game itself at all. I've got a specific. It's a World War II. Like, Battlefield 5 is a World War II game. I get it that they're going for a little bit of a more alternative history, so the kind of universe. Yeah, okay, fair. But Battle Royale, really? Like,
sorry, Odin asks, which one was the game that you said you have to buy the season pass for or no DLC? Which game was that? Was that Battlefield? No, it's Call of Duty.
Yeah, it's Call of Duty.
Well, I'll get to that at the end just to answer Odin's questions. Sorry, David, carry on.
What was I saying? Yeah, like, in Battle Royale games, like in the Battlefield setting in a Battle Royale game, I don't see it working at all.
No.
And as someone who's even played in competitive Battlefield, like tournaments and such, I can vouch for the people that Battlefield Battle Royale is not going to be received well. Everybody's just going to groan about it because it's another Battle Royale game, and it's coming to Battlefield. I get if Call of Duty is going to do it, but why Battlefield?
So I'm going to side with Odin on this one. He has brought up a topic, and his opinions. The Battle Royale trend is a positive thing. That should be a mode in most games for additional content. I'm going to agree with him on this one. Why not? Why not? Like, it brings a game mode that people enjoy, and as we were discussing earlier on my own stream, that if you ever enjoyed DayZ, if you ever enjoyed Rust and stuff like that, but you stopped playing because you had spent fucking days, weeks, months building up your base and your gear and shit like that, and when you were asleep one day, or somebody got a lucky shot and fucking killed you, that's it. That's months worth of work gone in what was a simple mistake. The Battle Royale brings that same like action, but in a much smaller snippet. So if you're into DayZ style games and you're into the games where when you kill somebody, it gives you that sort of buzz because you've just knocked somebody out of the game, it does make you feel a little bit better. And I think it is something that is a keen aspect to video games, and I think there's a lot of things that people are overlooking here in the big picture. So for years we have not seen AAA market pay attention to the indie market. 2 indie titles come out, one albeit be from a big name. You have PUBG and you have Fortnite. Both of those were early access titles when they originally launched. The fact that AAA market has gone, well, actually, you might be onto something here. It means they're actually listening to the indie market now. If we see the AAA market listening to the indie market, we're going to start seeing it slowly seep into things, and that could be really, really good. And I think that really sort of is something that we should hope to see in the near future, is the AAA market slowly taking little bits from the indie market and turning it into more into the AAA market. Anyway, we digress massively. It is a mixed bag when it comes to the battle royale stuff. I get that, but we'll see how it goes. We'll see.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
One of the biggest titles for myself, I know for a lot of other people, especially if you like the shoot and loot type of games, is a little title called Anthem. Pardon me, I must contain myself ever so slightly because I'm just that hyped with this game. Anthem got a new gameplay trailer, so we got to see some delightful gameplay which we hadn't seen before. And we were able to confirm, and this has been confirmed, Anthem will not use loot boxes. They went into a lot more detail about how you can and can't customize your Javelin, which is the suit that you will be wearing throughout the entirety of your time playing Anthem. But you can change everything, paint scheme and geometry of the actual mech suit. What happens is, however, from what I am aware, instead of having to buy loot boxes, if you simply fucking like something, you simply fucking buy it, which is the best thing ever. Any League of Legends players will know that that is amazing. Instead of piss fighting around waiting for a loot box, you simply just buy the item you want. If you want to invest in the title, you get that option too. You're not forced to, which is great. I much prefer the ability to just buy the thing that I want like I would in a shop, than buying something and hoping to buy it. Could you imagine that if you went to like Asda or Tesco's and you went to get a meal deal and they went, "What do you think you're gonna get?" And they just sort of fucking pegged you with a random like pasta sauce that you don't want. Like, yeah. Just not how it goes.
That sounds like an absolutely amazing idea for a game show.
What
you gonna get?
Yeah. I mean, that would be definitely a unique way to go shopping anyway. So, chat, let me know what you guys are thinking of. Are you guys excited for Anthem? Are you kind of a bit worried because it's in EA hands? Like, what do you guys think? The team behind it are BioWare. They were the team that originally worked on Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3. And are actually moved off Andromeda, so they are a team that we are familiar with, so hopefully we will see some extra stuff. Anthem is... So Kate actually brings up quite a big point here, which has been horrible in social media to watch. Anthem is now being done by BioWare. Now the hate the devs have been getting for basically branching out. So she's quite right. On Twitter, on Facebook, people have fucking slammed BioWare for the fact they're not making Mass Effect and Dragon Age, and that's fucking disgusting. Wouldn't you guys agree?
Yeah, I agree with that.
Sorry.
There's other games out there than just Mass Effect.
Yeah.
Like
100%.
The best way to try the waters is with a new IP. Brand new setting, brand new ideas. Do whatever that you want with a new IP. You can test the waters and see what sells.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah.
So the final title that was a big title from EA was about a little ball of yarn. And I'm going to let Charlie explain this one to you guys because she's such a big fan of it. So, Charlie, why don't you let us know a little bit about your favourite game from the EA conference?
I think Charlie's camera is frozen.
Guys. Nobody needs to see it frozen me.
Yeah, your camera's frozen. You look quite smug. There should be, at the bottom of the Discord call, there should be a small grey camera. If you click that, click it again, it should tell you what the camera to back.
Hold on. Oh, there we go. There we go. I'm there, I'm back. This one. Turn on camera. That one. Okay. Is that better?
Yeah, there you go.
Cool. So, no, we're good. It's coming back. So, Unravel 2. We are joining Yanni again. Yanni, who is the character. It's available now. It's from Coldwood developers of Coldwood. Sequel to the 2015 game. You can play it solo or co-op. So, and it's drop-in, drop-out co-op as well, which I think is really cool. Because if you like me and you only have friends around every now and again, that's quite cool. So basically you play as like if you play co-op, two little balls of yarn and you connect up and you try and fix puzzle, or you do puzzles together and to get to the end. So what I really liked about it was what Martin Salin said about it, the Coldwood, the creative director. He said it's about the bonds that form when we cut ties to the past, and I thought that was really good. And you know, it's the fact that it's local co-op as well, and it's not online, so you can just sit at home and you can play it. And the puzzles just look like something similar to like a Way Out, but better.
So,
where you have to put it together.
Can you play it online, or is it only local co-op?
Only local co-op. In the conference, they kind of insinuated that it might be online co-op, but it has been confirmed it is local co-op only.
Okay. Do you not think that's just a little bit restricting?
No, because it means that I might have to engage with real people.
No. Why would you want to do that?
I know, but I've decided that I might try it.
Anyway, we're going to wrap up with EA conference there, because I think we've dwindled enough on the fuckwittery that is EA, and I really hope that they bring back the old EA that I remember that was all about EA Sports. It's in the game, but we've got. I'm going to give them a chance. I will, but I did just learn something which I didn't realise. Apparently, this is BioWare's first new IP in 10 years.
Wow.
That is insane.
That.
Yeah. So then, moving swiftly on, we have Sunday, June 10th, which came out swinging with the Microsoft press conference. Microsoft press conference was fucking long, and a lot of people fucking hyped about it. Like, said, "Oh, it's the best thing I've seen." Like, Microsoft had these amazing titles and stuff like this. Now, me personally, I think that's full of shit. There's a lot of stuff on the Microsoft things where they were using a lot of power words, world exclusive, and all this sort of stuff. And a lot of people who don't realise, or timed exclusive, that's not exclusive to the Xbox. It's just they had their hands on the trailer first. They were first in queue. So it made them look really, really strong. But at the moment, I really do think Microsoft's coming from the back foot with a lot of things. Their two latest IPs that are only Xbox titles, only Xbox, because if you've got a PC, were State of Decay and Sea of Thieves. Both shat themselves. Like, they had nothing to do in them. You can actually finish State of Decay in one sitting. If you know what you're doing, you can finish it in one sitting, and then you're expected to replay it and replay it and replay it. That is not game content. But anyway, we're here to talk about. Oh, and the other thing I will quickly say is, you can't say it plays best on Xbox when I can play it on my PC, because that's just a lie. You is lying to your people. That is bad.
That is just a blatant lie. That is.
Yeah. So, did you guys have any high points or low point from Microsoft press conference? Anything that you guys are hyped about?
So,
you go ahead though.
Oh, no, you go, Direwood. You're fine. Don't worry.
Okay, that's fine. Well, fine. So the obvious, Cyberpunk 2077.
Yeah.
Woo! Hype.
Oh yeah.
There's not really a lot more to say about that. There's just the hype, pure hype. Fallout 76 was shown there, but it was shown again on the Bethesda one. We'll get to that.
Yeah.
Personally, Forza Horizon 4. I'm a big driving game buff. I really love driving games in general. They used to be my only entertainment before the magical world of the internet was a thing back in the PlayStation 2 era. And something that caught me completely by surprise. Battletoads.
Yeah, I got caught fucking everyone by surprise, eh?
I was watching the E3, and it was like, is this like the entire like outlook of it was like, I was like, is this Deadpool? It can't be Deadpool. Deadpool's been already made, and then they like.
That's exactly what I thought. 100%.
Yeah, it's like U3 and green text. Hold on a fucking minute.
Yeah. Like a lot of people saw that and are fucking really excited for it. And I must admit, I can kind of see why. I'm getting a bit sick of the fucking like throwbacks to shit. It kind of reminds me of the whole movie reinvention that we went through a little while ago, where we were seeing re-releases of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Transformers, Power Rangers, and it's like, oh, why are you ruining my childhood? So hopefully they manage to grab this and run with it, and it's cool. But if I am seeing another remake, like fucking Crash Bandicoot, where it's the same thing with HD graphics, or Spyro, the same thing with HD graphics, I'm just gonna lose my shit. Like, why are you doing this? Like, get some originality in your shit for real. What about you, Lola? What did you think about Microsoft's game?
So, Crackdown 3.
Yeah.
Although I don't have an Xbox PC, as we keep saying, you know, I was super hyped about Forza Horizon 4, and I really, 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 really want it. I wanted to find out whether I could drive to my house in it, because it's based in the UK.
Yeah.
But I can't. So I had to Google it, and you can't drive to your house. It's kind of simulated to a point.
It's a fictional area in the UK, isn't it?
No, it's kind of got sections of the UK in, but not all of it. So I was a little bit upset I couldn't drive to my house.
Fair enough.
Arcadey simulated, kind of.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's it. Crackdown 3, I mean, eventually, when it eventually comes out, will be brilliant. Like, I've got it on 360. Crackdown 1 and 2. And I'm looking forward to 3. I'm looking forward to seeing what it's got to offer. It's been that long in the making. I hope they get round to it.
Yeah, Terry Crews seems super fucking excited for Crackdown 3.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And I'm a big fan of Terry Crews, and he was hyping that shit up real bad. Right, really good. We'll quickly sum up what we're actually going to be seeing from Microsoft. I'm going to start with the big ones, the things that people are fucking hyped for. Halo Infinite. We are seeing a new Halo game. Don't really know what to expect. A lot of people are saying that it is a first-person shooter, but there's no. I don't think there is. We haven't seen any footage. We don't know what it is. We just know it's Halo Infinite, and Master Chief is back, which is good. We have a new Gears of War. As you can probably see by my Lancer down in the corner, I'm a massive Gears of War fan. Gears of War 5, I am hyped for. However, it was the first gameplay trailer we saw, so again, we haven't got much information on what's going on with that. We saw Forza Horizon 4. Now, I am not a driving person. I don't like driving games. And at first, I was like, oh, who gives a fuck? And then the footage came out, and I was like, actually, it looks pretty fucking nice. And but the thing that fucking annoyed me from the entire thing is you got 50 consoles on stage for people to be sat at, and you're using that for Forza. Like, that is what you're using it for. Like, no, you should have been using it for like the Halo multiplayer or something. You should have been showing it off. But they didn't really show it off. They're just like, look, lots of cars. It's like, yes, that's what racing games do this day and age. Welcome to the 21st century.
You can play with your friends. You can meet with your friends.
Need for Speed Online did that fucking 10 years ago.
They did indeed.
So it's been done. But it looks beautiful. The idea of seasons is great. It kind of felt like they were playing up to it a little bit. It's like, look, seasons, people, and it's like, yeah.
To be fair, that is quite a big thing in driving games. It's very rare to have seasons that like transition like that.
I'm excited for it. I do think Forza is going to make. If we ever see a Gran Turismo game again, Gran Turismo need to pull something out of their fucking ass to be able to stand up to Forza at this point. Forza have taken it away. So anyway, there is a big title that I haven't actually mentioned yet, and I feel like I should. But I don't really want to mention it when it comes to Microsoft, because no fucker should play this on the Xbox. This should be a PC exclusive. Cyberpunk 2077. Just saying it gives me fucking chills. So this is the next game from CD Projekt Red, the company that currently can do no wrong. There are a set of Polish developers who you may know quite well for doing the Witcher series. People adore that series. quite rightfully so as well. You follow the footsteps of Geralt of Rivia and his monster slaying ways, of which nobody cares about because the story is way better than the monster hunting. These CD Projekt Red have done nothing but knock it out of the park game after game after game. Of course, we're ignoring the combat because the combat mostly sucked, but the games itself were amazing. They've been heralded as like one of the best RPGs of all time, and now they're stepping into something new. It will be a first-person shooter, as Katie has just said in chat. A lot of people are pissy about this. You shouldn't be. Give it a chance. You do play a character called V. You do get to select whether you're male or female. However, one of the things that they have stated quite heavily is that nudity will feature front and center within Cyberpunk 2077, and the reason for that being is because of the likelihood of all the body modification that is possible. In the trailer itself, you actually see a woman putting on her makeup on, one missing her bottom jaw. There's a lot of weird stuff. It looks fucking cool. If you like Blade Runner, it's just gonna be awesome. Like, I don't know a single person that isn't hyped about this.
Yeah, I will be all over that game when it comes out.
Yeah,
Like,
it's gonna be good.
I hold on right.
So just to touch on a couple of other games that came out from. There is two other big titles that I do want to mention. Although I feel kind of bad for mentioning them in the Microsoft one because again, I don't think they should have been shown by Microsoft. I think they should have been in more respective areas. But you've got Metro Exodus, which again, as far as I'm concerned, is a PC only game and should only be played in the PC. And that looks really, really good. It's shaping up to be something awesome. And then the other one that we also have is Kingdom Hearts 3. Now, I'm pretty certain when I said that, I heard squeeing from the other room because my partner is that into Kingdom Hearts. Do you know what? I couldn't give a shit. But then I watched the trailer, and I'm like, actually, it's not too bad. And then I started looking at other bits, like a lot of the features from it, and I was like, actually, do you know what? It's fucking good. As an RPG, the combat looks like fun rather than dollars balls. Like, it actually looks like it could be quite a fun game, to the point where I'm actually going to be borrowing all of them from my partner to play on stream because I am that excited to play.
It comes anyway, doesn't it, with the previous ones?
It does. Yeah, well, you do if you buy the bundle. That costs a little bit more.
Yeah.
But the thing is, again, I don't really think it belongs to Microsoft. It shouldn't be in their press conference. If you ask me, it should have been Square Enix's, but that's just me. A couple of things to quickly. There is another big one, and I want to get his opinions on this because it was a big thing. From Software announced a new game. Seiko Shadows Die Twice. It's like a feudal Japan-based Dark Souls-like game. However, Activision's name attached to it. How are we feeling about that, guys?
But Activision published Tenchu.
Fucking years ago, yeah.
Just putting it out there. It's very similar. It's got the sort of the same sort of feel about it. Stealth assassin, samurai. The subtitle, so Shadows Die Twice, was a line from Tenchu after you killed one of the bosses. I feel it's going to have that feel about it.
Okay, fair enough. I mean, we'll have to see. We don't really know much about the gameplay yet, but it is something that a lot of people are excited for. A lot of people are worried about the attachment to Activision due to Activision's latest butchery of things such as Destiny. But we'll see. A lot of people, it's mixed feelings because Activision are Activision, but we shall definitely see. I'm briefly going to round up some things because I am conscious that we are burning the daylight hours. Apologies, Darwood, for interrupting you. PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, Sea of Thieves both getting an update. Rightfully so as well. Sea of Thieves fucking needs it. And PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds is obviously getting more maps, as we already knew. But again, more of a PC thing than a Microsoft thing, but whatever. We also saw Just Cause 4, but again, that was Seymour and Square Enix, so we'll talk about it then. We also saw Jump Force. Lots of people hyped about that. It is a bunch of animes from, I believe, the Jump Force people who made all those. So you've got like Naruto, Dragon Ball, One Piece, Death Note, and I think a couple of others as well. You have also got Fallout 76, had a bit of a teaser in this one. We'll talk about that on Bethesda. Division 2, but again, we'll talk about that with Ubisoft. Crackdown 3 was shouted at us from the heavens by Terry Crews himself. A lot of people are very excited for that. I'm kind of hyped for it, but I'm not exactly like going to blow my load about it because there are other games that I think are going to do what Crackdown 3 does better. But Yeah.
Different.
Yeah, got Cuphead expansion pack, Battletoads, which we already touched on, which again, Battletoads, a classic side-scrolling adventure game. Oh, I say adventure game, side-scrolling battle game a la Streets of Rage. And then you also have the awesome Adventures of Captain Spirit, made by the guys from Life is Strange in the same universe. It is brand new and it is completely free, but I guarantee you it will be a tearjerker. They haven't announced why or anything like that, but I just fucking know it. I just fucking know it.
It definitely will be.
There is one title that I have missed from all of this from the Microsoft press conference. It is one that I'm very excited for and it has got some of the writers on it from the aforementioned Witcher. Dying Light 2. A lot of people are indifferent about this one. I think it's going to be fucking awesome. I cannot wait.
I haven't played the first one.
Play the first one. It's awesome. They're still releasing DLC for it. It's just get your hands on it and give it a go. Trust me.
Yeah, all right. I'll take your word for it.
It's one of the best free-running games out there. It's one of the best zombie games out there. The plot is a bit, but I really enjoyed it. I highly recommend it. Anyway, we're going to swiftly move on because there was another one done on the Sunday. In fact, there's another two we've got to cover quickly. The first one is Bethesda. What did you guys think of Bethesda? Clearly, we've got some fans.
Bethesda, they brought it. For me, they brought it. I mean, Andrew WK, like I was sold from there. Fallout 76, Doom, Prey. Oh, I was in heaven.
And my only reaction to Bethesda is,
yeah, they are. Yeah, so I'm going to quickly brush past a few of the titles that are pretty indifferent and that no one really gives a shit about. Quake Champions. It's free forever. It's downloaded this week. If you like Quake, go for it. It hasn't aged very well, but whatever. Doom Eternal. We got a snippet of another Doom game. You don't have to be clairvoyant to know that was coming. Elder Scrolls 6 was teased again. You don't need to look into your crystal ball to realise they're going to milk that for every penny it's fucking worth. Two things were coming as well. Elder Scrolls Legends coming to the Switch, which is a card game based in the Elder Scrolls world. Yay. Everyone's doing card games these days, it's nothing special. They won't beat Hearthstone and they won't get anywhere close to Magic the Gathering, but fuck it, let them try, bless them. Elder Scrolls Blades looks fucking really, really good. It's basically a mobile version of the Elder Scrolls games. Check that out. You can sign up for the beta now if you go to Google Play or the Apple iStore or whatever it's fucking called, the Apple one. I don't care. You can sign up for the beta now and you'll get access to it as and when. Fallout Shelter is coming out on the PS4 and Switch as of E3, so it's there. Starfield was announced, a new IP. Fuck knows what that's about. Wolfenstein's getting standalone VR. Wolfenstein Youngbloods is coming out, which is a new one coming out in 2019 about the daughters of DJ Blazkowicz. Again, don't have to be clairvoyant for that's coming. You also getting Skyrim for Amazon Prime. Amazon's Alexa. That was an in-joke. If you haven't watched that yet, go watch it. But my P was fucking hilarious.
It was brilliant.
Now we're going to touch on some of the big. Oh, and the Prey DLC. If you like Prey, great. The DLC looks good. Whatever. It's not the Prey that I wanted, so I'll never be happy. Let's get on with the big ones, because this is going to be taking up a lot of our time, I imagine. There are two big games coming from Bethesda. The first one was Rage 2. Now, apparently, it plays like Doom, but with an open world aesthetic. What do we think about that, team?
Andrew WK.
Yeah.
That's all I've got.
That's a fair shout.
I mean, he was great like 8 years ago. Sadly,
he has the one good song. Come on.
Yes, it's true. Sadly, they have
Best piano song.
They have triple A'd it, or triple A'd the shit out of it, because there's multiple different special editions you can get. The total of them being $120 fucking for the top one, and it comes with a mountable head from a mutant from the game. Nobody needs that in their life. Why the fuck would you bother? But whatever.
And it sings.
It sings as well when you walk past it. It's basically singing Trout, but yeah, okay, fine. It is coming out in spring 2019. It does look like a cool game. Lots of driving, lots of Mad Max aesthetic. lots of shooting and stuff like that. So there's lots of stuff which is kind of cool. But we'll look to that. Mirage, Leonard, thank you for the info from the Nintendo conference. We'll get to that. We are doing them in order. We'll be covering Nintendo towards the end, as they were the last ones. Anyway, Rage 2 is coming spring 2019, so that's kind of cool. The first one was wank, so hopefully the second one's better, but that's kind of not hard. The last but not least, we have the game that everyone will be fucking waiting to hear about, Fallout 76. Yeah, again, everyone fucking knew that was coming, because it's Fallout.
Yeah.
What we didn't realise to get is that we're getting a multiplayer game. If you like, apparently if you like games like Rust, that's the sort of thing you're going to be getting. A lot of people got so angry, I'm pretty sure they pissed blood about this announcement, because they don't want it. Whereas I am quite the opposite. Do you know what? I'm kind of excited. I'm kind of hyped. We get to enjoy the wasteland with our friends. We get to build our own bases. We get to have some fun. We get to drop nukes on our pals. That's sad, awesome. I can't wait.
See, the only thing that I'm worried about Fallout 76 is exactly the fact that I wanted to still stay Fallout, and I spending so much time playing video games, I know how people can be, and if it's going to be a constantly online survival game, well, people are going to be douchebags.
Yeah, I mean, that's a fair shout.
That is the only thing that I'm really worried about.
Yeah.
But I'm hopeful that if they get this right, this entire more multiplayer online thing right, they can start implementing these into the single-player games that they do, so that you can play co-op with your friends later on down the line.
Yeah.
That would be epic.
So, there's a lot of stuff that I think is going to be coming that's going to be really, really cool. There's a better base building system, which looks good. It's got snappables, stuff like that. A multiplayer-focused, always online scenario, I actually think sounds kind of cool. I think a lot of people need to get out of this rut where it's not the game that I want. And it's like, fucking try something new. Jesus Christ, you go to a restaurant and buy the same thing over and over again? Because if you do, fuck me, you're boring. Like, you're going to have to try something new. Otherwise, the game's going to get stagnant. And then that's how we end up getting the same Call of Duty 20 times in a fucking year. Like, we have to try new stuff. And if this is the way they want to go, which I think is the best way for video games, then great. Let's try it. Let's see what happens. And go from there. If it fucks up, if it's shite, oh well, they tried. Back to the drawing board. Let's see what else they got. Fallout is one of those games that people will adore because it is Fallout. Same with Skyrim, all this other shite. So hopefully they pull it off and it's really good. I like survival games. They are my bread and butter when I was younger, and I will always adore them. If they do it right, it'll be great because it will be the first AAA title that we've seen that's a survival game, besides probably Conan. I don't know if I class that AAA. Because the studio behind it aren't exactly that big anymore. But we will see. That's all we can. All we can do is wait and see. However, again, it has been AAA'd. You can buy a fucking helmet, which has a voice modulator and light. Who the fuck needs that?
someone who someone who collects stuff or is a big fan.
But yeah. You can buy better helmets from cosplay artists, though. Like, it looks like tap.
I mean, I could potentially 3D print a better looking one.
That's what I mean.
Right there.
You can literally... Right there are companies out there where you can just buy, like, a helmet that's, like, customized and made how you want it. Why would you... What?
Look, it's the glow-in-the-dark map. It's all about the glow-in-the-dark map.
That is probably the only reason why I would buy that. But that's too much.
No,
I paid about $3.50 for it.
Like, shut up. Like,
sorry,
again,
I wrote itself.
We're gonna have to see when it comes out what it's gonna be like. There is a lot of pluses and a lot of negatives. I think it will be fun. I look forward to dropping a nuke on my friend.
Do you know what I like about it?
Go on.
Is I've read that they're, Country Road,
yeah.
The song that's been used to promote it, they're actually releasing it and putting the money to charity.
Okay.
I think that's a really cool thing. As part of obviously the hype of Fallout, I think a lot of people will buy it and put a lot of money to charity. Also, there's Death Claws. Death Claws return.
Yeah.
I
I'm
don't
so
know.
happy about that.
It's one of those things where it's like, oh, how do we gain favour? Fuck it, give money to charity. Yeah, people like charity, let's give money to charity. It just feels like a very unneeded addition. Like, it's great, fucking cool for the charity, yay. But, yeah, well.
Yeah, right.
Whatever.
Right.
Anyway, moving swiftly on, we have the Devolver Digital one. Now, there's no particular news for this. It was fucking weird. Frankly, it was as is always with the Devolver Digital podcast conferences. They're always a little bit fucking strange. This one ended with the actual lead lady on stage getting destroyed by a guy with a minigun and turned into an android, which is, yeah, weird. The game that we're probably going to see coming from it out of all of them that is actually worthwhile is a game called Scum. It is another battle royale. However, oh yes, my friend Pedro will come to that one shortly. You got Scum, another battle royale, but it is actually RPG elements. It's kind of cool. So it's going to combine like a lot of awesome ideas into a fun environment to play. So we're looking forward to that. And yes, my friend Pedro, indeed. It looks fucking weird, but it looks good. Like, my friend Pedro looks fucking really weird, but it looks good. We've yet to see it. I'm not going to spend too long on Devolver Digital. They're a great little company. They started off with an indie title, and now they're doing awesome. So go and check them out. Yeah. On Monday, June the 11th, we had Square Enix Ubisoft PC Gaming Show and Sony. There's a lot to cover on this one. This was the main day of E3, if you ask me. We had a lot of people swinging for the lights. We'll start with Square Enix, and we'll brush quickly past them because they were fairly lackluster in the big scheme of things. Obviously, the awesome event is Capture Spirit, which I mentioned earlier, is by Square Enix. Dragon Quest X or XI. It's a Dragon Quest game. If that means anything to you, awesome. It's an RPG, kind of like Final Fantasy. Doesn't look like they're breaking the mold with it, but hey, if you like Dragon Quest, another one for you. Final Fantasy XIV crossover with Monster Hunter World. They're doing a bunch of these crossovers at the moment, so you get different skins and stuff in different games. It's kind of cool. Whatever. Kingdom Hearts 3, as we already mentioned, looks fucking really good. Can't wait to actually try it. Now, the three big names were Shadow of the Tomb Raider, The Quiet Man, Just Cause 4. I'm going to start with one, and it's going to be a little controversial here, because I don't know if everyone would agree with me, but I think Shadow of the Tomb Raider looks fucking shite. I think it looks like the most, just copy-paste, just crud I have ever seen. When the fuck did the Tomb Raider become some stealth action ninja badass bitch? The first one was all about her struggles to actually overcome the fact that she'd killed somebody. Now, Jesus Christ, if they breathe, they're fucking dying because the Tomb Raider says so. Yeah. It's not about raiding tombs anymore. It's not about, avoiding T-Rexes or discovering, lost artifacts from the arse under nowhere. It's about killing poor saps who just happen to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. Or sorry, Trinity, as they're called. Yeah.
I'm not a fan for it. I mean, it's not locking a guy in a freezer, is it? And he half comes out.
No.
So, which was the best part about any Tomb Raider. I think, it's Tomb Raider. That's all I've got.
The first one was good, I think, because she had to fight. Because that was the idea. She was stranded on an island, and there was a supernatural power that would stop her from leaving. And these people wanted to invoke the supernatural power. She had to fight if she wanted to go home. Mm-hmm. And it was just nice and simple. There were just nice upgrades that you had to find. The second one had this bullshit crafting mechanic. And this, just finicky open world system that didn't really make much difference. And it just seems like they're going too far off the reservation with Tomb Raider here. Now, I know there's a lot of people that like Tomb Raider, especially the new ones. But frankly, I'd rather just play fucking Uncharted. At least the guy's got a reason. Because Nathan Drake's a bit of a bellend. And that's the charm of it. And Tomb Raider lost that in the second one for me, and I'm really not that excited about the third one.
No.
I've been quite indifferent about the Tomb Raider games myself, always. It's never been my thing.
Yeah.
Like, same goes with Uncharted. Never been like my thing.
Yeah, fair enough. We have an awesome game, which we know fucking nothing about, called The Quiet Man.
That trailer looked amazing.
Yeah, it looked really, really good. It's really hard to tell whether it was real life or 3D. But yeah, it looks fucking cool. I'm hyped to see it. We don't know anything about it, so there we go. And then Just Cause 4. If you like the Just Cause games, you know exactly what you're going to get, but hyped up to 10, as per always. Tornadoes, explosions, balloons, physics simulations through the arse. It looks awesome. Looks like a lot of fun. And I'm looking forward to seeing some of the YouTuber called Nerd videos from it, because he is all over that shit. So hopefully it should be kind of looking forward to it. I'm not a big Just Cause fan myself, but I'm excited to see what they bring to the table.
I was hyped for Just Cause 3 when it first came out, and I pre-ordered it. Yeah, okay, laugh at me, please.
No, go for it. Like, if you like the game, fine.
I pre-ordered it. I was really hyped for it. I loved Just Cause 2. It came out, and I couldn't run it. Then I got it to work. One patch, it started running, but then suddenly there are all of the space textures disappeared.
Delightful.
It was a broken mess at launch, and that put me off the game completely. I tried after they fixed everything. I tried going back to it. I just couldn't. I just couldn't feel it anymore. It had the entire experience had been ruined for me because I was so hyped for the launch, and they fucked up.
Yeah.
So, you know.
No, I get that.
I lost it a bit in Just Cause 3. I didn't play 1 or 2, but I played 3 because I watched a show. It used to be on Challenge, and like there was some crazy like activities that you can do, and I was like, oh man, this is like GTA, but like slightly different. Oh, I'll get this game, and I got about like 4 hours into it, and I was like, I can't do this. I can't deal with them anymore.
Yeah.
I just couldn't do it. So, I mean, I'm excited to see what they bring to the table. I mean, I'll probably wait a little while before I get it. If it does look good, I'll probably watch a few streams of it. But yeah, I mean, on the face of it, it looks good.
Yeah, that's fine. There are some things that do look good. There are some things that look a bit shite. We shall see, as it were. Now, we're going to, again, swiftly move on to the next one. The next one is the Ubisoft one, if I remember correctly.
Dancing Pandas.
Yeah. I actually missed the start of it, and I'm kind of glad from the sound of it, to be honest with you.
No.
It was like watching a fever dream.
Fair enough. Have you guys got any highs or lows about it?
Well, hold on, let me get the list up first. Beyond Good and Evil 2, probably my highest. For Honor, I'm quite excited for the old guy with the spear, or the trident glaive.
Yeah.
Starlink, I was originally so surprised for the Darth reveal for Starlink. That kind of caught me off guard. Assassin's Creed, couldn't give a fuck. Skull and Bones looks nice. I'm curious about that one, what that's gonna be. Division 2, cautious.
Yeah.
Keep an eye on it.
There's quite a few things that you sort of sit looking at. Yeah. What about you, Charlie?
So Starlink, you know, it's coming over to Switch, so I'm quite excited to see what that's like. We'll see, get to buy little Skylanders back for it. Beyond Good and Evil looked good. There was Dancing Panda, I was sold. And do you know what? Assassin's Creed. I am not an Assassin's Creed fan, but Odyssey looks alright.
See, I am, but I think Odyssey looks like fucking shite.
It's alright to me. It's not. Do you know why I like it? Because it doesn't look like Assassin's Creed.
But that's the thing, it does. It looks exactly like Origins. Like, it's basically, they're doing it again. They are doing exactly the same of what they did. So, Assassin's Creed 1 came out, Assassin's Creed 2 came out and it was the same as 1, 3 was the same as 1, 4 was the same as 1, blah blah blah. They took 2 years out and came back with Assassin's Creed Origins. Alright, fair, you've changed some shit, I like it, cool. Alright, then we copied it again, sorry. It's like, did you not learn? Did you have to take 2 years away to then do it again?
Could you not?
Yeah.
Apparently it's frozen again. There we go, we should be moving again now. Hopefully. It keeps freezing whenever if if ever the Discord thing is on top of phrases it or something. But yeah, it very much is one of those cases that it fucks me off, where it's like you took 2 years out of making a game to then make a brand new game that broke expectations and everyone fucking loved. And then you made the same game again. How did you not learn that? But like, but the thing is, people are like, fuck, it looks awesome. And it's like, but it's the same game. It's what they used to do before. And then everyone said they were shit because they used to make the same game again. Now they're making the same game again, but because it isn't the same as 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and the same as Origins, fuck, you'll forgive them. And it's like, why are you stop, please.
If you want to play a nice drinking game, watch the Origins gameplay trailer and count all of the bugs you can see.
Yeah.
I counted 17.
The thing is it has Assassin's Creed at the front of it, and it's got fuck all to do with Assassins. These blokes got a magical fucking sword.
Yeah.
Like, it's got nothing to do with Assassins. Frankly, as an Assassin's Creed fanboy, it really upset me to see what it's fallen. But no. We're going to do a quick run through of some of the things that came out from the Ubisoft, and then we're going to focus on some of the key points. I've just noticed that the video was fucked up.
Probably ended.
Yeah, for some reason. It seems to be. It should be on loop. 2 seconds. Let me make sure it is on loop. Properties. It is not. That's why. No. Cool. There we go. True, it's supposed to show the origins of the Templars, not assassins, as it's set before Origins. But Origins didn't show the origins of the assassins. Origins kind of just vaguely hinted at it and fucked off in a different direction. It's like, oh yeah, something about assassins. Bye. It had nothing to do with actually Assassin's Creed. It was really fucking annoying. So anyway, obviously we had Assassin's Creed Odyssey. We had. I'm going to leave out some of the big titles. We'll come back to it. We have The Crew 2. Not a big title as far as I'm concerned. You guys might think it is. If you're interested.
I got into the beta, tried it. They're trying to be Forza Horizon.
Yeah, I mean, I should hope you get into the beta. It's fucking open.
Yeah. No, I got into the closed beta before it went open.
Well, it's open beta now, so if you want to play it, if you want to play The Crew, go and do it. It's a driving, flying, boating thing. You can do stuff with wheels and
yeah, I wasn't impressed.
Yeah. It would be a prime examples of not learning that games need some innovation. Yeah, I agree. Although, we'll come back to that. You got Just Dance 2019. Of course, you're dancing. Just Dance. Yeah, fun. Skull and Bones. Looks like a weird mix of fucking what's it called? World of Tanks, but with boats. I'm not a big fan of it. I'm not really looking into it. I don't know who the review guys are. We've got Starlink, obviously, Battle for Atlas. Only a brief video section. Star Fox, spaceships, cool stuff. If you like the old Star Fox games, tick the boxes. Transference. Sorry, go on.
Don't forget the toys that latch on the other controller that you
Yeah,
can change
you got
around.
that as well.
You can change the weapon. Never mind.
You got Transference and you got Trials Rising. Transference is a VR title, VR thing, and Trials Rising is, as we all know and love, Trials, where you have to balance the bike out. It used to be a game that originally came out on like fucking what's that website called? Newgrounds, and now it's an actual full-fledged game. So there you go. So the big titles that I missed out, we're going to start from the top. It's in alphabetical order. Obviously, you have got Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Odyssey is the new sequel to Origins. You play in the Roman Empire. You can play a man or a woman because yay for the selection. It's one of those things again where you level up and you get different skills and stuff like that. Which is, and branching dialogue choices. Congratulations, Ubisoft! You've managed to fit something in games that's been around for 20 years into a brand new one, because apparently that's what it takes to be different. Copying everybody else. You never cease to amaze.
Yeah, but why reinvent the wheel when,
You can just steal everybody else. Anyway, the next game that has been shown off is Beyond Good and Evil 2. Got a new trailer for that. How is it Ubisoft can pull out games like Beyond Good and Evil 2, get they shit the bed every time on Assassin's Creed? Beyond Good and Evil 2 looks fucking amazing. They're really pushing the boundaries for that. The size and the scope of it looks amazing. And it is actually apparently getting content from Joseph Gordon-Levitt's company. don't know who that is, but it says here on my piece of notes that's what's there.
It does.
Go on.
It looks really good. The size and the scale of it from the gameplay demo we had last year looks fantastic. There's multiple characters you can select from. It looks like there's quite an impact storyline. If you ever played the first one, it was the same. It was heralded as a cult classic. To see it being brought out in fully 3D looking fucking superb makes me a little bit excited in the nethers. But we're yet to see still what happens.
Yep.
Go on, David.
The trailers for Beyond Good and Evil look absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
Like the effort put into the CGI of those trailers and the voice acting and the writing, it's like a miniature movie in themselves.
Yeah, it does look really, really good, no fairness.
That's amazing thing.
The
The only thing that like worries me a little bit is that crowdsourcing, like graphics and music and stuff like that. I don't really know that much about it. I know only the thing that they showed in E3, but that little tiny bit worries me.
doesn't really bother me. What's wrong with crowdsourcing?
It worries me that they've been making this game for a while now. That are they trying to substitute the stuff that they don't have time to make with crowdsourcing?
Not a
Or
bad
are
thing.
they just are they just adding more stuff to it?
Professor Weird, I know who Joseph Gordon-Levitt is. I just didn't know what his company is. Specific note here that I've got is Beyond Good and Evil 2 getting content from Joseph Gordon-Levitt's company. I don't know what company that is, but I do know who he is. He's the pretty boy from like a bunch of films. Yeah, I kind of get where you're coming from. Crowdsourcing isn't a bad thing. They're not going to be like, oh, some 12-year-old drew a picture, let's put it in the game. It is going to be vetted, and there is going to be a process to it. It's just a little bit easier. It's just like there's nothing wrong with allowing freelance to make smart work for you.
To be fair, there are a lot of great, absolutely fantastic freelance 3D like.
Exactly. At least it's giving them a chance. Anyway,
Yeah.
moving swiftly on. We obviously have Division 2, which had some gameplay footage that we got to see. It looks the same as Division 1, but you get 4 players now instead of 3. Well, you got 4 players in Division 1 anyway, didn't you? We just chose to play it 3. It looks the same, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Not that impressed. Looks exactly the same.
But there's a crossbow.
Oh, fuck yeah.
No.
That'd be a shit. Why would you bring a crossbow to a gunfight? It's like, oh, I missed. I'm fucked now. Oh, well, I can miss 30 times.
I mean,
It's bringing a lot of the same content that we already saw. It is in Washington DC. It looks a lot greener than it did, as it seems that the Earth has started to claim back the cities. It looks quite cool. I will give it that. It did look quite nice. I will be watching it from afar, like a weird stalker, but I don't know if I'll be putting money onto it yet. It is apparently they have announced that we'll have raids and new specializations because the first division was criticised for a lack of end game content. So we'll see. They've also said that Division 2 DLC will be completely. We'll get Division 2. We'll get 3 free DLC episodes in the first year. Considering Division 1 had a bunch for free to begin with, and now they've abandoned it for Division 2, speaks to me in volumes. But we'll see how this goes. I think it's because they fucked up Division 1 so badly, they realised they had to make a change. But again, it is not the original game they showed off, and therefore, I don't want it. I want that original game. Give me that survival game you showed me when you first ever showed off. Anyway, For Honor's getting a massive update as well. It is a DLC update. I don't know what you want to call it. You're getting a new mode called Breach, which apparently will become the new flagship mode. You have the Wulin, which is a Chinese fighting force, will be For Honor's first new faction since launch. And For Honor Starter Edition is free on Uplay at the moment, only for a limited time. Get it. It is great. If you like fighting games, it is worth trying. I play it regularly on stream, as do many others. Please go and try it. I implore you. It's free. You get to keep it. The best things in life are free. Do it now. I implore you to do it.
I will second this. This is an absolutely amazing game. If you like fighting games, For Honor's right out there.
So anyway, lots of good stuff from Uplay, from Ubisoft. I used to be a massive Ubisoft fanboy. I am surprised we haven't seen any new Far Cry stuff or any expansion packs for Far Cry, but we are still waiting for the other 2 DLC that were announced from the original trailer. so we'll give it some time. I think that is all when it comes to Ubisoft. Yes, it is. Okay, cool. Now we have PC gaming show. Jesus Christ, they were just throwing shit to see what stuck. It was a total assault of the senses. It was pretty shite. There's some really good stuff coming out, like 1 Point Hospital, which is basically a spiritual successor of Theme Hospital. There's a factory one, which, like, Complex Factory or something, I think it was called. Complextory, or some shit like that, I don't know. If you've ever seen Factorio, it's that, but in 3D. It looks really nice. I'm quite excited for it. A bunch of Battle Royale games being announced, because people care so much about those. And a bunch of indie titles. There are no first-party PC titles that are looking to break the bank, so I'm not going to bother going into it, because we could be here all fucking day. If you are looking for cringe jokes, that was the conference to watch. The jokes were horrific. At one point, one of the presenters pretty much calls herself a slut in the middle of everyone, which I think she calls herself mana hungry. I think she called herself. It's fucking awful. It's dire.
Yep.
Definitely not the most enjoyable thing I've ever seen. I will say that. Next, we have Sony.
Woo!
Sony brought to the table a lot of titles that you would expect. We saw Spider-Man, and we got to see the Rogues. Oh, sorry. Actually, I'll tell you what. Guys, what stuff did you see that was particularly yay for yourself?
You go ahead, Lola.
Yay! Being the PS4 Master Race. Death Stranding, still no sodding idea what it is. Obviously getting a bit closer now. Last of Us 2 looks amazing. I can't wait for that. Spider-Man, Ghost of Tsushima. Oh, just all of it. Like, I know they brought games that we knew about. Sorry, but I like the games they brought. I mean, Resi 2 getting a remake is amazing. I'm so happy about Sony. Like, I'm so pleased I saw things that I knew were coming, but I saw more of them.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
So yeah, we got everything that we sort of expected. We got to see the Rogues Gallery that we're going to be seeing in Spider-Man, which is good. We're going to be seeing more of Death Stranding as well, which is Norman Reedus and Hideo Kojima, and everyone's a little bit excited for that. Sorry, go on, Doug.
That was so weird, though. I'm still scratching my head about that Death Stranding trailer.
Yeah.
Gameplay. It looks so weird.
It does look really weird, but
it's
quite
like
excited.
Whatever Kojima smokes, I want some of it because it looks like it's the best possible stuff that there is on the market.
Yeah, it does look really, really good. I am really happy for it. I think it would be good, but I think we just have to wait for it, really.
Yep.
Kojima with free reign.
It's not always a good thing though, because like, the guy isn't exactly the most cohesive thing. Like, he makes Suda 51 look normal.
Yeah, that is.
Oh fuck! There was one game that I completely forgot to mention back at Microsoft One, Devil May Cry.
Yeah.
They're going back. They're ignoring that DMC even existed, and removing Ninja Theory from it because of a bunch of stuff that we'll loop back around to, because I forgot earlier. They're going back to like the original Dante and everything like that. The one doesn't exist. So yeah, yes. I was a big fan of the original DMC, so that makes me sad. Last of Us 2. What was your guys' impression of Last of Us 2?
It's just Last of Us 2. It looks amazing. I like the fact that you can play as Ellie. There's crafting still. The stealth aspect that was obviously in the first one that we saw. Ellie being explored with LGBTQ+. Like, it just looks amazing. Like, I can't wait for it. I can't wait for it to get here.
Yeah, it's like a lot of people are fucking annoyed by the fact she's a lesbian.
Nope.
Yeah, I don't see why you should be like annoyed about that.
No.
Besides, it was shown in the original game, like the whole like referenced and hinted at thing.
It was with the expansion pack that came out after you finished the first game.
Yeah, like it's a known thing. So why do you have to be annoyed at it?
Yeah.
like Last of Us 2. I've played Last of Us, but I haven't completed it. I got it for the PlayStation about like 3 back in the day. I played it. I really enjoyed it. It's a really fun game. And Last of Us 2 looks like more of the same, and that's not a bad thing.
No, not at all.
No, definitely not. I think it will be very, very good in regards to that. I think some pretty good stuff from it. The combat looks amazing. However, again, the one thing that I am concerned about is, are we going to see what we always see from E3, where it looks like fucking awesome, plays like shit? There's a lot of stuff. See, I'm not gonna lie. When I heard Last of Us 2 was coming, I was like, "Are you fucking shitting me? There's nothing sacred. Do you want to keep re-releasing like new games, giving like number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4? It's like The Last of Us was nice. It finished on this real big thing where it's like, did Joel do the right thing? And then that was it. Like, you made up your own mind, and it was a discussion point, and it was nice. Why would you think it's done? There was no need. There was no point. But
yeah,
make money. That is exactly why. Because money.
Yeah.
People will buy it in droves because it looks awesome. So, I mean, I'm fucking hyped to get it, but I'm kind of wishing that it wasn't doing a thing, because I kind of don't want an answer to the question of, was Joel right? Will Ellie ever find out? Who knows? Obviously, we all know Spider-Man's going to be awesome because it's Spider-Man, and we're all hyped for that because superheroes and shit.
Yeah.
Death Stranding again. Fuck with whatever. Let's just roll with it. What else did we see? What else?
Ghost of Tsushima.
Ghost of Tsushima. Fuck, that looks cool. It looks like a Japanese version of The Witcher, which I am totally down for.
You can wipe your sword on your arm to wipe the blood off.
Clearly, you are easily impressed.
I am. I'm sorry.
But it would be a lot cooler if he flicked it on the sword.
No, because then you'd basically be an Asian man stood in a field being like, get off the fucking sword!
No, in all seriousness, it does actually look pretty cool. I'm a big fan of like these games that explore like Japanese and like Asian settings in general, because it's not done as much as like any of the other settings. Like we have a lot of games that are in Europe, a lot of games that are in the US, Middle East, and like these normal sort of like environments that people know, and we don't have that many games that are outside of the sort of normal environment of the gaming environment. So I'm really excited to see how they pull it off.
Yeah, that's fair.
Sucker Punch as well, isn't it?
It is.
Developer.
I do like Sucker Punch, so I'm hyped to see what they bring. We've also got two smaller titles with Tetris Effect and Twin Mirror. Tetris Effect is currently playing on screen at the moment. It looks like a fucking seizure dream. And Twin Mirror, we don't actually know much about so far, so we're looking forward to see. But that does look kind of cool. And of course, Days Gone, which we actually saw nothing about. I think there was some gameplay released, but it certainly wasn't at their press conference, which makes me feel a little bit weird on the inside, but never mind. I'm sure we will see more in the coming days. Now, moving on, because we are over scheduled by half an hour so far. Let's see. We have our final one, last but not least, Nintendo. Oh,
Nintendo!
I am so torn about this. I am so torn about this.
Yeah.
They came to the stage with, oddly enough, I honestly think probably one of the weakest lineups of E3.
Yeah.
They came with the Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee Pokemon games, which we already knew about, and the fact you can now get a Pokeball controller that, if you got it, came with Mew. Fucking yeah. You can dress up your Pikachu and Eevee, because of course you fucking can.
Yeah, why not?
You can move Pokemon from your Pokemon Go to the game, but you can't actually use them in game because, of course, you fucking can. It's a Pokemon game on the Switch. It's not a Pokemon game on the Switch that people wanted, but it's a Pokemon game on the Switch. So there's that. Okay.
Yeah. It's a sport.
Yeah, exactly.
We're getting there. We're slowly getting there.
Nintendo are going to be hosting 2 normal tournaments, one for Super Smash Bros. And one for Splatoon 2. Can you talk in depth about what this game is supposed to be? Which game are you told in? Pokemon or Tetris Effect or which? Because
I think they might be talking about Ghost of Tsushima.
or Ghost of
Yeah.
Tsushima. I don't know. To tell you the truth. Sadly, Pokemon.
Is.
So it is. You can play two players.
Yes.
You can have two people on the same Switch playing together at the same time. You can duel real time. I think it is online as well. So with other people. They're still working out the finite details. You can play co-op. Another cool thing that I do actually like is when you're walking through the grass, you can see where the Pokemon are. They don't just jump on you like some sort of serial stalker. It's kind of cool. There are some nice aspects I like to it. It's nothing that would make me buy a Switch yet. However, we also saw two other titles. We've got Mario Party. Sorry, three other titles. Mario Party and Mario Tennis. The Mario Tennis can fuck itself because it's the re-release of the same IP that was around a few years ago. People are like really hyped about it. It's a fucking tennis game.
Yeah, it is.
Tennis games haven't been around for years. Apart from like actual tennis. Go and play actual tennis.
Actually, it doesn't matter.
Leave the house.
And then you obviously had Super Smash Brothers.
Super Smash.
Like,
You go to
so
fucking Smash.
they're bringing.
Are you buying a Switch yet?
No, because so they're bringing every character that has ever been on Super Smash Brothers to one platform. Okay,
Yes, they are.
that's cool. At first, I thought that's a really good idea. I really like that. Except then they told us that Link, there is 3 versions of the fucker.
Of course.
So it's not different skins. There's 3 different fucking. Right, whatever. Dr. Mario, there's 2 of them. Now, at first, I was like, do you know what? Fine, it's just characters. That's cool. I can get behind that. If that's how people prefer it, fine. Maybe they've got different abilities. Maybe there's a reason why. It's kind of cool. Although, for some reason, in the actual conference, they decided it would be a good time to break down the exact changes to each character they were making because they had nothing else to fill the time with. But then they released the fact that you can get an amiibo for every single character. It's over 100 characters. That's all they fucking want. Yeah. It's like $10 per fucking amiibo. So basically, all you've done is re-release Link 3 times. That means you can get $30 instead of 10. Like it's Smash every character in their history is pretty great. It is for their wallets, but again, for the consumer, it just seems a bit naff.
Well, you have to have them.
Although
They're great. You don't have to have them.
You don't have to have them, but I don't know many Nintendo fanboys that aren't at that level of Nintendo fanboys where they wouldn't want to have all of them.
Yep.
I remember that the Switch is angled towards a younger audience.
Yep.
Yeah.
If you've ever heard of Spyro Skylanders or Disney Infinity or shit like that, where you had to buy the little figures, like that's what this is. And the amiibos interact with the game, as far as I was aware. You could upload like stuff onto the amiibo and take it to your mate's house or something like that.
It's essentially a combat bot.
Yeah.
That you train as you plug it in, and it turns one of the characters into that amiibo bot.
Yeah.
And it trains as you play it, so you can essentially just slap the difficulty on hard and just slap the amiibo on and just let it train itself.
Yeah, there you go. So it's kind of a mixed bag in terms of what we're getting from it. A lot of Nintendo fans are really, really happy. As someone who isn't a Nintendo fan, I'm kind of like, what a load of shite. But I can see why they're happy. I do like Smash Brothers. I think it will be fun. Will it make somebody get a Switch? No. If they release Metroid Prime 4, which we're seeing rumours of, then, hey, I'll think about it. I will think about it. I think Lola wants to say something about Mario Party, is that correct?
Mario Party! I am so excited for Mario Party. I have played Mario Party for years. I love it. I'm so excited that if you get some friends, you can put your Switch tablets in a different location, you can move it around. Oh my gosh, just everything about it. It's just Mario Party. Like, it's amazing. Like, it's just a great party game. It's so people don't understand how much fun it is. Because like, even if you've got a few friends around, I mean, I'm an adult-ish, and I play with like other adulty people, and it's just so much fun.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, I do like the fucking words gone straight out of my mouth. I do like party games like that. I think they are pretty cool. I'm excited to see them. I'm not exactly buying it a bit to get my hands on it, but we'll see what it's like and we'll see what it brings to the table. Nintendo's was a fairly lackluster press conference. They didn't bring much. Compared to a lot of the other companies, they probably had the least titles, and now, what, 3?
Yeah, that is actually true. They had the least
3 or 4.
Announced. No, 4 because tennis.
Which was actually a lot less compared to last year, and I actually think quite a weak showing in terms of things. They certainly weren't bringing anything like groundbreaking out when you're seeing such things as Cyberpunk, Fallout, and Ghost of Tsushima, and the friggin' Mario Party. Yeah, A game, boys. Anyway, guys, that is it for E3. We've covered all the press conferences and all the major games. It was, I actually think, honestly, quite a good year. A lot of stuff that I kind of saw coming. A lot of stuff that I'm not exactly disappointed by. A lot of stuff that I couldn't give a fuck about. Anthem will be up there as one of my top ones. Ghost of Tsushima, really happy for. And I guess a few of the smaller ones, such as Mario Party, I think that I will keep my eyes on. But all in all, it was pretty good. Probably better than last year. I would agree with Kate on that one. Have you guys pre-ordered anything because of E3?
Not yet.
No,
But-
not yet.
But probably will. Forza is right up there with me.
Okay.
That's probably something that I might actually end up pre-ordering. I'm gonna wait and see what information is gonna be out for Anthem before I make my decision if I'm gonna pre-order or not.
Yeah.
Because Anthem has piqued my interest after the video footage that was shown, because I wanted to see and hear from the horse's mouth what they were actually gonna do. And well, Cyberpunk 2077.
Yeah.
That's gonna be on my pre-order list, but I'm gonna wait and see a little bit more before I pre-order.
Cool.
And I need to be certain.
Yeah,
But
it's
so-
fair enough. I can completely understand why you didn't be certain, especially on games where you've already kind of burnt. 2 seconds, put my headset in. Same problem with wireless headsets is they eventually start running out of battery.
Yep.
Anyway, so we're going to start rounding up the podcast now because we've been chatting about it. We've been chatting shit for at least an hour and a half now. We've got things to do. You have things to do. It's Monday tomorrow. People got stuff. There are a few things that I do want to announce on behalf of the BNN, just to keep you guys up to date about all the big goings on. So, first things first is to announce the winner of the clip competition. I did download it, so I should have it to show you guys. Not my file. But it was me. Awesome. Download. I literally downloaded it while I was chatting shit, so it should be here. Is that it?
No, it's probably gone then.
No, I think it is. Fine. Fuck. I should have used a naming convention instead of being like, yeah, I'll remember that. Where did I put it? I literally can't find it. I've downloaded it and I cannot find it.
Something number 1, 2, 3, 7.
I don't know what I
15.
said, and hang on, I'm gonna find it.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
you try and be professional, and technology will let you down.
Always blame the tools.
How is it there? Oh, it's saving it as a fucking. Right. Saved it in a weird folder, as it always does. Right, let's try this again. That's in videos. Oh, no, there it is. Oh, it's scaled it to something retarded.
Nice.
Yes, very nice. That's
Oh,
not
yes.
the size of the box.
Hello.
Should be.
That's interesting.
That. Yeah.
Yeah, apologies.
There we go.
That's not the size it's supposed to come out at.
It's Hunter, but it's
There you go.
SpongeBob.
So I believe the
Big
winner
SpongeBob.
was,
Oh my god. Random Ethan's here.
They are. If you got volume, it'll tell you. They did the zombie SpongeBob Left 4 Dead 2 thing. It's Pizza Game Fun Times. The winners.
Oh, there's guns.
They
Oh my god,
are
the health
playing
packs.
a mod for Left 4 Dead where everything is changed into SpongeBob. His torch is SpongeBob. The health
Oh my
pickups
God.
are little
No, the Magnum
SpongeBobs,
pistol is the Star
and the
Oh no, no!
the
It's
big
Hunter.
enemies
It's
are
Hunter, but it's
SpongeBobs.
SpongeBob.
And
Big
stuff like that.
SpongeBob. Oh my
And
god.
apparently, one of the melee
Random
weapons
Ethan's
is a Nokia 3310 on a stick.
Yeah.
310. To be fair, that'll do quite a lot of damage.
That would do a lot of damage. I actually have one, and the box itself weighs a
Oh,
ton.
there's gunnies here. Oh
Yeah.
my god, the health packs.
So yeah, there you have it. Congratulations, guys. Well done. Yeah.
Congratulations.
Oh my god.
Congratulations.
No, the Magnum pistol is the Star Wars.
So that is awesome.
Oh
shouldn't
no,
have run
no!
into it.
There's a
Oh,
Hunter.
yeah.
There's a Hunter, but it's SpongeBob. Big SpongeBob. Oh my god.
Should I thought
Random
it would
Ethan's
just
here.
the same size, but it did. That annoyed me.
Why didn't you tell me what you were doing?
Plus one fact now, I bet it changed the size again. No, it didn't. Just made it fucking smaller. What a little shit.
One on the, it's one on the other, isn't it?
So fucking sick. Right. There you are.
Hey, look, it's Reedus. It wasn't Reedus. No, it wasn't Reedus.
So yeah, congratulations, guys. There
In
is a
2077, they
new,
voted my city the worst place to live in
clip
America.
competition going on as of tomorrow on the
Main
British Dead
issues,
Network. You can join us on
sky-high
Discord,
rate of
there are
violence,
information below in
and more
chat.
people living below the poverty
And we
line
also
than
have to
anywhere
announce
else.
the member of the feature member. Who
Can't deny it, it's all true. But everybody still wants to live here. This city's always
it's
got a
watching you,
promise
man.
for you.
Congratulations,
Might be
man.
a lie,
Um,
an illusion. But it's there, just around the corner. And it keeps you going.
Oh shit. Fucking give me a break, Jesus Christ. Right, let me try that again. I didn't actually mute the trailers now that it came through, but now I've muted it because I am nothing if not professional. Yeah, so I fixed it. So anyway, the winner of the featured member this week is TeamBNN. Congratulations, dude. You really deserve it. I've seen you quite a lot active on the Discord. You are awesome. I've seen you hanging out on my stream too. So big props to you, and hopefully we shall see more of you in the community going forward. I know
Yes.
I am excited to see what you bring to the table. So yeah, hype, yo. We also got some new mods and community members of BNN as well. To find the announcements, I can rattle that off quick, sharp, because it is a recent one. Why is it not an announcement? Not an announcement.
I could tell you if you
Yeah,
like.
go on.
So, welcome to community team members TeamBNN and Regal Sausage. Sausage, it's not sausage, it's sausage.
I love that name.
It is a great
that
epic
Awesome
name.
name it is.
That is an epic name.
It is,
I'm feeling very self-conscious about my name now.
And new mod is myself.
It is indeed. Congratulations, Lola.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Lola.
Don't forget as well, there is a new competition going on within the BNN, which is they have teamed up with the MMORPG title Anteria Chronicles Online. By the looks of it, it is an indie project that's good. Concept art available at the moment. There is no gameplay available currently. However, they're officially starting 2 competitions that they want from #TeamBNN members to get involved in. The first is a monthly short story competition. That is where they allow the creative minds of gamers a chance to write a short story that fits within the lore of Interior. They will pick a winner each month, and the prize is the winner's short story will be turned into a playable game side quest for all players. They will also get recognition for their work and some benefits in their Discord server. The second competition is a concept art competition, where you are tasked with creating an original art piece that can fit within the lore of Anteria. The best concept art design turned in each month will be built and created as a usable item in the game for all players. Each month will have a different item focus. There is a link within the Discord to find out more, so please do stop by and check that out. TheBNN is a great community if you want to hang out and network with other streamers. I found great success there as a streamer and just making general friends as well. So I highly recommend it. You'll be able to get involved with things like we are doing today. And it is a great way of going about things. There are a lot of communities out there, but it's a general a lot of success in here myself. Anyway, guys, that is it as far as I'm aware. Are you guys aware of anything else we need to announce or tell people about? No?
I don't think so.
Cool.
I can't think of anything.
Awesome. So that is it for today. Thank you everybody who hung out and chatted E3 shite with us. My name is Twisty Shape. If you hadn't realised at this point, then what is wrong with you? I am a streamer as well. You can find me at twitch.tv/Twisty Shape. I am variety 3 days a week. We do storyline games. On a Friday we do multiplayer games, and on a Sunday we do whatever the fuck we want to. Because that's the sort of people we are. Direwood, where can people find you, if at all?
So you can find me at Twitter. Search Direwood. I'm more or less the only one and only Direwood that I know of anyway. And I will be starting making YouTube content. I'm a former YouTuber, reformed. I tried my hand at streaming a little bit and decided that streaming's not my thing. But I will be making YouTube content. Probably next weekend will be the next release, or the first release of the new channel. Just Direwood, Will Direwood, those are the two names that I go by.
Cool.
But, I am occasionally called a cunt.
Only on special occasions. What's your first video going to be, Direwood?
I have not nailed down the theme of it yet, but I'm thinking of making it about evil genius.
Cool, I like it. I look forward to seeing it. Lola, tell us a little bit about yourselves. Where can people find you?
So, I am a PS4 streamer, PS4 Master Race, whoop. I stream a bit of everything. So, currently we've been playing South Park Fractured But Whole, Horizon Zero Dawn. I've recently finished Yakuza Kiwami, so excited to carry on through the remakes of those. You can find me at twitch.tv/LolaSunnybutter, not Bunny Sutter, as a few people like to call me.
Bunny Sutter is the best version of that name.
It is not my name.
100% is.
I 100% agree with this.
So, as British Nerd Network has said, it is raid time, where we are raiding somebody from the British Nerd Network community. At the moment, we've got a selection of people live. I'm just having a quick look through the list to see if there's anybody here that I particularly enamored towards. 2 seconds. Holy shit. I would recommend, personally, either Pork Chop, Professor Weird, or Emmentaler. Those are ones that I'm going to throw out there, but obviously it's up to you guys in chat. Who do we feel is worth it? We have Professor Weird playing No Man's Sky. He has been active in chat. Very nice bearded gentleman. We've got Emmentaler again, who's been active in chat. He's playing some Doom. And we've got Porky, who's playing Shadow Warrior.
Oh, love a bit of Doom.
Emmentaler, do we reckon Emmentaler, yeah?
Oh, I'm in with Emmentaler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool, alright, fuck it.
Take back, but, you know.
I am down with that shit. I can't activate the raid because I don't have admin privileges. British Nerd Network, if you would be so kind to initiate the raid on Emmentaler. Thank you very much, sir. Been a pleasure, guys. Don't make sure to come and check us out at our individual places. I will next be live on Monday. Direwood will hopefully have his videos up very shortly. Keep an eye on his Twitter to find out when. And Lola, when will you next be live for people at home?
I will be live on Wednesday.
Fantastic. What are you playing on Wednesday?
Wednesday will be more Horizon Zero Dawn. I'm trying to.
Perfect.
crack
Horizon
through
Zero
it now.
Dawn. Go and check it out on Wednesday. See you guys later. Thanks for hanging out. Peace.
Peace.
Bye.